Hello everyone, this side Manisha Mishra, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Applied Science Department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon, and this college is affiliated to Maharishi Dayanand University, Rohtak. So today our topic will be Prevency Series and Congruence, and this is your fourth unit of MFCS subject, means Mathematical Foundation of Computer Science, right? So today I will discuss these two topics, and Prevency series, there will be a sequence also. So first I will discuss sequence, then I will discuss Prevency series, and other topic is your congruence. So let's begin it. So before starting of these two topics, I want to share an example related to our theorem, Euclidean theorem, right? So the Euclidean theorem we have already discussed in our last video lecture. So and there was an example which I shared with you. Now I'm going to define LCM. Then I will share another example related to Euclidean algorithm, right? So definition of LCM. So LCM, same as it is, we have already studied in our 6th, 7th standard. So a number M is called the LCM of A and B if A divides M and B divides M. It means M is a common multiple of A and B, right? If A divides C and B divides C, it means C is the common multiple of A and B, then M divides C. So the LCM of two numbers A and B is noted by square bracket. GCD is denoted by small bracket, LCM is denoted by square bracket, right? Now, there is an example of Euclidean algorithm. So just let's see. Find the GCD of 858 and 325 and express it in the form of M into 858 plus N into 325. Same as it is your above question. So there was an 8 marks question which already came in your final semester exam. So just I told you that which one is a smaller number. 325 is a smaller one, right? So 325 divides 858. So you will divide 325 by 858. So just dividing to 325 by 858, then you will get your remainder 208 and quotient will be 2. So Euclidean algorithm A is equal to BQ plus R. So your target is these two numbers you will write as A is equal to BQ plus R. So A and B, A is 858, B is 325 and quotient is 2 and remainder is 208, right? Now next step will be you will choose your second number B here and you will write B in terms of remainder and another new remainder. So 208 divides 325, it will divide by only one time. So 1 in plus, remainder is 117. Right? Quotient is 1, remainder is 117. Now other one you will choose 208 and you will write 208 as in terms of remainder plus new remainder. So 117 divides 201 and it will divide one time. So quotient is 1 and remainder is again 91. Now you will write 117 in terms of 91. So 91 divides 117, it will divide one time and remainder will be 26, right? Now again 26 divide 91, so it will divide it into 3 times and remainder will be 13. Now choose 26, then 13 divides 26 and it will divide 2 times and remainder will be 0. So second last equation is remainder is 13. So remainder GCD of 858 and 325 will be 13. I have already told you that you have to write your equation as A is equal to BQ plus R. So just smaller one divides larger one, then remainder and quotient, then choose other one, then choose other one into terms of remainder plus a new remainder, then again choose that number, then write this number in the remainder plus new other one remainder, right? Same, follow the, just follow the process again and again, repeat the process again and again. Then you will last equation where remainder is 0. So here remainder is 0, that means the second last equation remainder is 13. So 13 will be the GCD of these two numbers. Now, when we express this number in the form of this one, 8m into 858 plus n into 325. So you will, when you write this expression, then you will choose, you have to choose our second last equation. So our second last equation is equation 5. So from the equation 5, 13, find just all of these equation you will write, you will write the value of our remainders here, right? You will just collect the values, all the values of remainder, and remainder. So from the equation 5, find the remainder value. 13 is the remainder. So 13 is equal to 91 minus 26 into 3. Right? 91 minus, now 26 is the remainder here. So find the value of 26, because we are just finding the remainder value. So 26 value will coming from equation 4. So just find the 26 value from the equation 4. So 117 minus 91 into 1 and into 3 is outside. Just multiply the 3 by, inside the bracket. Then you will get 91 minus 117 into 3 plus 91 into 3. So 3 times 91, 1 time 91, total will be 4 times. So 4 times 91 minus 117 into 3. Right? Now, again, you will find the last remainder is 91. So remainder value from the equation third. So write the value of remainder from the equation third. Then you will get 208 minus 117 into 4 minus 113 into 3, 7 into 3. So just solve this. Then 4 times 117, 3 times 117. So total will be 7 times, right? Now choose the value of 117 from the equation second. So 117 will be 325 minus 208 into 1. So just write here 325 minus 208. So you will get this equation. So 4 times 7 times, total will be 11 times. Now next one, your last remainder is 208. So just find the value of 208, then you will get 858 minus 325 into 2. So just put here 8 minus 325 into 2 into 11 minus 325 into 7. Just solve this equation. So 11 minus 22 minus 325 into 7. The total will be 29. Now, your last equation is 858 into 11 minus 325 into 29. So we need to calculate our, this equation, 858 into m plus n into 325. So just match both of the equation, then you will get, you can write this equation as 858 into 11 plus 325 into minus 29. When you compare this equation with our given equation, then you will get m is equal to 11 and n is equal to minus 29. So guys, there is a this question is of 8 marks question and always asked in your final semester exam of MGU. So guys, prepare this question. If you guys have any doubt in these questions, then ask me. I will clear all your doubts. Right? Now, our next topic is congruence. Right? So congruence, I think in 9th and or 11th standard topic hai ye. So just let's see. If A and B are two integers, right? And m is a positive integer. If A and B are two integers and m is a positive integers, such that m is a divisor of a minus b. If m is a divisor of a minus b, that means m divides a minus b. Then a is said to be congruent to b modulo m and is expressed as a is congruent to b modulo m, or a minus b is congruent to 0 modulo m. Right? This is the method to write the congruence. So we have two integers and there is one integer which is positive, and we can write our expression as a is congruent. This sign 3 times line 1 2 3, that means congruent. A is congruent to b modulo m, or a minus b, when you move b from right to left, then A minus B is congruent to 0 modulo M, right? This sign is a congruent sign. Then an example here, both 31 and 7 leave the same remainder 3 when divided by 4. So 4 divides 31, then remainder is 3. 4 divides 7, then remainder also be 3. So we can write both two numbers A and B. That means A is equal to 31, B is equal to 7. And our M is a positive integer and this is 4. So 31 congruent to 7 modulo 4, right? Now we can say 4 divides 31 minus 8, right? Because it will give 24, right? So it will give 24. That means 24 means 6 time. ठीक है 6 times, right? So 3 is congruent, 6 times, just complete it here. Now there is another example here. 3 is congruent to minus 5 modulo 8. So just look at here, minus 5, you can write 3 plus 5, right? 3 plus 5 modulo 8, that means 8 divides 3 plus 5. This will be your 3 plus 5. So 8 divides 8. So this is true. 33 is congruent to 9 modulo 4. So 33, 4 divides, that means it means that if 4 divides 33 minus 9. So yes, 4 divides 33 minus 9. So 19 is not congruent to 3 modulo 4 because 5 does not divides 19 minus 3. Then is another example that if I'm saying that A is 3 is 9, 19 congruent to 3 modulo 5. So this is not possible because 5 does not divides 19 minus 3, right? So these are the examples of congruence, how we will write these numbers in the congruence form. That means if A is congruent to B modulo M or A minus B is congruent to 0 modulo M, then M have to divide A minus B, right? Then it is true, otherwise it will not be congruent to A modulo M given whatever is given, right? There is another example, and find A such that A is congruent to 7 modulo 5, right? If A is congruent to 7 modulo 5, that means A minus 7 divides 5, yeah, A minus 7 divided by 5. So we can write it A minus 7 is equal to 5k. We are considering that this value is equal to a positive, is equal to any integer k here, right? If where k is any integer. So if k is any integer, then what will you put? 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on, right? So when you put 0, 1, 2, 3, that means positive value, then you will get 0, 5, 10, 15, and minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, then when you will put minus integers. So A will be 7, 12, 17, 22, and so on, 2, minus 3, minus 8, and so on. That means if we are finding the value A from here, that means this modulo 5 is true for all these numbers, right? So we can write it A minus 7 divides 5, and we are considering this value is equal to an integer k, then k is an integer, then write all these value, then you will get the value of A. Hence all the integers in 1 are congruent to 7 modulo 5, right? There is another example. These both are example are different. So just let's see. Find the remainder in the division of 2 to the power 20 by 7. So 2 to the power 20. So we cannot calculate 2 to the power 20, and we don't need to calculate 2 to the power 20. We will solve this by our congruence method, right? So division remainder is given 7. Yeah, that means M is given 7. So first you need to write your equation in the congruent form. So you will write 2 is congruent to 2 modulo 7. 2 to the power 20. So all 2, right? So 2 is both number are A and B, both are 2. So 2 is congruent to 2 modulo 7. So we need to calculate 2 to the power 20. So for 2 to the power 20, we will increase the power of 2 here. So 2 is congruent to 2 modulo 7, then increase the power. So 2 square is congruent to 2 square modulo 7, 2 square value is 8. So 2 square is congruent to 4 modulo 7, right? 2 cube, again increase the power. So 2 cube is equal to 4 into 2, 8 modulo 7, right? 8 modulo 7, that means 7 divides 8, and it will divide one time and remainder is 1 here. So you will write 1 here, right? Understood or not? 7 divides, when you will get a larger one number in the position of B, then you will divide by the given number and positive number. So 7 divides 8, then you will get 1 as a remainder, right? So now again increase the power. Now you can increase the power 6 times. So 6 into 3, 18. So 2 to the power 18 is equal to 1 to the power 6. So you will get 1 here modulo 7, right? Now for 2 to the power 20, so you will add 2 times of 2 square here. So 2 to the power 18 into 2 to the power 2 is congruent to 2 square 4 modulo 4. So 2 to the power 18 plus 2, that will be your 20, is congruent to 2 square is here. So 2 square means 4 modulo 7. So last value is 4 here. So 4 is the remainder when 2 to the power 20 is divided by 7, right? So this example it related to 2 marks question. So just not 8 marks question. These are a small questions. So just 2 marks can be come in your exam, right? Now Fibonacci series. I will discuss more examples related to congruence, but just a little bit discussed about Fibonacci series. The term Fibonacci number is used to describe the series of numbers generated by pattern, right? So which pattern? 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, and so on, where each number is the sequence is given by the sum of the previous two numbers. So just look at here. Actually, Fibonacci series is a Fibonacci series, and there is a sequence. That means all the terms will be arranged in a sequence. Sequence means well defined and well arrangement. So this is the sequence. This equation, this line is the sequence. So but 1 1, so 1 1 2, 1 plus 2 3, 2 plus 3 5, 3 plus 5 8, 5 plus 8 13, 13 plus 8 21. So there is a sequence here, and sequence is given by that we are getting our other terms by adding the before two terms, right? So A1 is equal to 1 and A2 is equal to 1. So this is the Fibonacci series. Now recursive formula or recurrence relation. So there is a Fibonacci series formula here, and that is an is equal to an minus 1 plus an minus 2, and n is greater than 2. That means our series is starting from n is greater than 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And this formula is known as Fibonacci sequence formula, right? There is an example here. Find an plus 1 upon an for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a1, a2 is given, and we have our an is equal to this one. So we can find a3, a4, a5, a6. So where we will find it, just put here n is equal to 3, n is greater than 2 के लिए है ना. So we will start from n is equal to 3. So a2 plus a1, that means 3 minus 1 a2, 3 minus 2 a1. So a2 plus a1 is equal to 1 plus 1 2, already given in these values, as we can find a4, a5, a6, right? And we need to calculate an plus 1 upon an. So for n is equal to 1, for n is equal to 2, for n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, n is equal to 5, right? We have all our values a1, a2, a3, a4, a5, a6. So till a6 we will find our all the values. For n is equal to 1, for n is equal to 2, for n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4 and 6 के लिए, right? So I will discuss more topics in our next video lectures. So I think these are sufficient topics. So just try to understand. And I discussed an example of related to Euclidean algorithm. So prepare these topic. Thank you.